Good evening, Central Oregon. A happy Sunday to you. Before we dive into today's weather, if you're just joining us, I want to quickly update you on details we are learning from yesterday's severe thunderstorm. Culver was hit hardest of any city with damaged trees getting uprooted out of the ground, falling onto power lines. At one point, 14,000 people lost power in that area. And we're trying to learn more about if a tornado was in fact responsible for the damage. And right now, experts with the National Weather Service are on scene in Culver trying to figure out just that. And what they're finding out so far is that a straight line wind event is what's responsible right now, not necessarily a tornado. They're calling it a supercell thunderstorm. It does have a bit of a rotating updraft, but mainly those straight line winds. And the reason they're calling it that and not a tornado right now is because the damage that was done, the trees that were uprooted, irrigation lines falling down, they're all falling in the same direction. If it was a tornado that was responsible, they're saying because winds more converge on a tornado, that the debris would be flying in many different directions, but that is not the case from what they are finding out so far. So they're not ready to declare it a tornado just yet, but we should be learning more in the next couple of days if that is in fact the reason for the damage in that area. Another big question of yesterday was, why was the cloud green before the storm hit Central Oregon? And the reason for that is not because of the pollen on the ground or in the air. The reason for that is because when you have a dark, stormy, a heavy, tall storm cloud like the one that we had yesterday, when the sun shines down on that, the rain and the hail in that storm cloud absorb the red and the blue light from the sun, leaving behind that green color that you saw yesterday. Diving into today, clearly a night and day difference from the conditions that we are experiencing. Still mostly cloudy skies, dry for all the day today. These are the conditions that we are looking at across Central Oregon. Here's what it looks like over the last 3 hours on our satellite and radar. You can see those mostly cloudy skies moving through not just Central Oregon, but really the entire state. And if you look down toward that California-Oregon border there, you start to see a little bit of moisture show up at the tail end of our timer here around 6 o'clock, and that's because it looks like another system is headed our way, but likely won't make it all the way into Central Oregon. I'll move over to our future track here, and you'll see we do have some spots of green that show up tomorrow here all through really the eastern parts of Central Oregon, but also along the west border as well. It's just about a 20% chance that we might see some rain as well. But you know, in Central Oregon, when there is a chance for rain, it usually means we might see a little bit. But right now, just a 20% chance to see rain paired with these mostly cloudy skies. This is at 3 a.m., so this is when we'll be asleep. But as you can see, when we move forward throughout the day, that green sticks with us until the early afternoon. Here we are at 12 o'clock. Partly cloudy skies are now with us in Central Oregon. And then after that, things really start to clear up. No cloud in sight here, at least on the future track, throughout the rest of the day on Monday and throughout the entire day on Tuesday. And it doesn't just end there. Wednesday should be mostly clear here in Central Oregon as well. And then moving forward here, taking a look at our winds, these northerly winds have dipped down drastically from what we were looking at yesterday, with some gusts reaching 85 miles an hour in Jefferson County. But today, 15 miles an hour in Madras, 13 in Redmond, 11 in Bend. The rest of us are either in the single digits or not tracking any wind speeds at this time. Your temperatures right now are mostly scattered in the 60s. We do have Bend that is at 70 degrees. And these numbers that you are looking at here on your screen are not too far off from where we topped out at today, right around average for this time of year. 68 degrees in Redmond, 68 as well in Prineville, mid-60s for essentially the rest of the board here, except for 69 degrees right now up in Warm Springs. And tonight when we hit our forecast lows, we will be all in the 40s, right around a few degrees above our seasonal average. 46 in Redmond and Prineville, 41 in Sisters, 40 in Sun River, 42 in Lapine, and then 47 in Bend and Madras, while we hit a forecast low of 48 in Warm Springs. Forecast highs for tomorrow going to be a bit warmer than we saw today, just 2 or 3 degrees warmer. 73 degrees in Redmond, a couple degrees above our seasonal average. 71 in Prineville, 71 in Madras as well. And look at that, 72 down in Lapine, and then high 60s the rest of the way for Bend, Sun River, and in Sisters. And then here's how the rest of your week is going to play out. We get a bit of a warming trend from Monday through Wednesday, getting all the way up to 80 degrees by Wednesday with some partly cloudy skies both Wednesday and Thursday before we hit a bit of a cooling trend to end the week from 80 degrees on Wednesday, dipping all the way down to 61 degrees on Sunday. Also, want to mention we do have some more chances for rain, not just on Monday of next week, but on Saturday and Sunday as well. Also, Saturday night, we could see some thunderstorms too. That's been a look at your weather. We'll be right back.